Hi, Jeff DeMore here, Converter Accessory Corporation. Today I want to show you CAC's adjustable bow roll working with a plastic film. I've done a couple of other videos where we show the bow roll working with papers. Today I want to show you how the adjustable bow roll takes wrinkles out of a plastic film. Subsequent to this video, I'll do another video showing how the bow roll separates slips. So, but first I want to show you how it takes wrinkles out of material. This is CAC's, this whole display equipment is CAC's, what I call our YouTube machine. We just built this just to show our separate accessories so you can see how they operate. But this is CAC's adjustable bow roll. And I just want to briefly, I've done a separate video where I've shown how to make the adjustment, but I'm going to briefly show you that. Right now, this is a straight edge, so right now there's no bow in this roll. So right now this roll is completely straight. So you can see how that goes across there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bow the roll so you can see how much it bends. So what we're doing when we adjust a bow roll, we're actually bending shafts inside the roll. So it takes a fair amount of force. So you have to use a wrench with a big lever arm. But all we have to do is adjust this screw. We have the screw adjustment on both sides, but the reason for that is it just makes it easy for the operator. So what we're going to do is we're just going to turn this screw. And this is a fine thread, so we get a fair amount of torque on those shafts inside the roll. And then you'll start to see that roll start to bow. So that's a fair amount of bow there. And now when I take that same straight edge, you'll see that it's literally bowed across the face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unadjust this roll. I'm going to put it back straight. Now when it's straight, it's just like any other idler roll in your machine. So what we're going to try to show you first is how we have wrinkles coming out of the bow roll with no bow. And then when I start to bow it, you're going to see those wrinkles come right out. So now you can see the screw turns freely, so there's no bow in that roll. I just want to make sure it's completely off. So as you can see, it turns freely, so there's no, right now the bow roll is back to being straight. If you look here, it's nice and straight. So, also just to give you an idea, this particular material is low density polyethylene, and it's 3 mil thick. That's the thickness of it. So the other adjustment I want to show you on the other side of the machine is we have an adjustment bracket that allows you to adjust the attack angle of the bow. So right now I have this set where you see this key. That's where that's completely opposite the bow. That's the exact point where the bow is facing in that direction. And then if I want to change the attack angle of this bow, and I'll show you while we're running, I'll show you that's very easy to do, but you can adjust this knob and you'll see that key start to turn, and you can see that I can put that bow anywhere in 360 degrees. I can place the angle of the bow anywhere within 360 degrees. And that's made with this adjustment. So I'm going to go ahead and start this up. Now right now we're just running very, very slow. Now what I did on this machine, we have a few idler rolls on this machine. We're coming off of an unwind. We're going around this idler roll, then around this idler roll, and we have, anytime you run a bow roll, you want to have a minimal amount of wrap angle. So we have a very minimal amount of wrap around the bow roll, probably around 30 degrees. So you'll see a lot of wrinkles in this section. And the reason for that is I skewed this roll on purpose. So right now this roll is not level or parallel to this roll. It's not parallel to this roll. So it's going to create wrinkles on purpose. We're creating these trough wrinkles. You see wrinkles starting here because this roll is not parallel to this roll, and that will cause wrinkles. So you'll see wrinkles in this section, and then also, even more importantly, is you'll see wrinkles in this section, right in this area. So the important thing is right now, the wrinkles are in this section, because what we want to do is we want to take wrinkles out prior to them becoming creases. And I'm going to show you how that works now. It's very quick with the bow roll. I don't have to put a lot of bow into the material, and that's key when it comes to an adjustable bow roll. You want to adjust just enough bow into the web in order to take the wrinkles out. So as you can see there's quite a few wrinkles coming across here. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the bow roll, and again it's going to quickly take those wrinkles out. It should start right around now. Now you'll see that the output of the bow roll is completely flat and there's no wrinkles. So now you can see there's wrinkles coming in and then there's no wrinkles coming out. One of the things you'll notice too is on the entry span to the bow roll, it gets a lot less wrinkles because anti-wrinkle action for bow rolls takes place in the entry span to the roll. So this is where the spreading action or the anti-wrinkle action happens, from here to here. So the longer this distance is in your machine, the better any bow roll will work. Now that's a very minimal amount of bow. And then if I stop the machine, you'll see that it's a very small amount of bow. So that straight edge barely moves from side to side. So it's probably less than 1%. With our adjustable bow roll, however, if I keep adjusting it, we can get up to about 5%. So I'll turn the machine back on. And then I'm going to bow it a lot more. Again, you wouldn't want to do this in the process. You want to use the least amount of bow possible so you won't distort your material in any way. But as you can see, wrinkles start to be taken out in this section, and then this section is nice and flat. Now what I mean by web distortion is one of the things you'll notice with bow rolls, and this is a disadvantage to bow rolls, is not that they don't take out wrinkles, because they do, and they are an aggressive anti-wrinkle device. But if you look here, this edge is loose now because there's a lot of bow, and this edge is loose, but the center is very tight. And that can, especially with thin films like this, it can have a tendency to stretch the center of your web permanently. And that's a disadvantage to bow rolls. We have other anti-wrinkle devices, the Wrinkle Stop in particular, where that won't take place. The Wrinkle Stop is an anti-wrinkle device that doesn't use a bow. There's no bow and there's no grooves. It's a smooth surface. So I just want to show you how bow rolls work to remove wrinkles from a thin plastic film. Thank you.